Alright, we did the SL8 to G36K conversion just a second ago. You saw a shooting of this one here. This is a USC to UMP, or as my speech likes to say, USC to UMP conversion. This is a carbine that I really never sought out. A nice gentleman out in the West Coast emailed me about a SIG I had for sale on Gunbroker. He asked if I wanted to trade anything, and I said, yeah, let me know. He mentioned a USC, and I just happened to have been looking at current USC pricings on Gunbroker a couple of days before that. So I said, sure, I'm interested. Well, unfortunately, in the meanwhile, well, fortunately for me, not so much for him, my SIG sold. Well, I thought that was the end of it, and he called me a few days after that and asked if I was still interested in the USC. I said, sure, why not? We worked out a term and ended up with this carbine. When I received it, it was a stock USC. Your standard gun. But he also included the parts. I always mix this up. I apologize if I get it wrong. The HDPS stock block, an original HK stock, and an FBI lower. And also a couple of high cap 25 round mags. He had never converted it, never touched it. It was a new in-box gun. And I received it the day before my wife left to visit her folks for a couple of weeks, which was 2 days ago. I figured I would tinker with it while she was packing, help her out here and there. And I have to admit, this conversion went together so amazingly easy and well and great. The stock block went right on with no modifications. The stock went into the block with no modifications. The roll pin went into the stock with no modifications. The FBI lower required very little fitting here up in this pivot area. So I used, to be frank, I used a broken chainsaw file to, round it out to go in there, fit on. I took the trigger group out of the USC lower, put it in this guy. No problem there, just drive it a couple of pins, put the new one in, there you go. All that left was the high cap conversion of the actual receiver. For that, just to be correct, I asked my father to help with his tools. He has been excuse me, dry throat, a mechanic for several years, and he dremeled out the inside here where it takes mags. It's tight, but not too tight. There's no wiggle, but it goes right in. I'm very happy. Of course, the bolt hold open works. That was the release right here. This is never a firearm I actually expected to own, much less like, but I'm very happy with it. When something works well for you, you're pleased. The USC is a semi-auto version of the UMP, which was HK's answer to how can we make a modern and less expensive MP5. It came out in the 90s. It's a direct blowback gun. And it is essentially all plastic polymer except for the barrel and the bolt. It has been adopted by many police agencies and also the U.S. Pentagon, Security Service, and Borderland. It's a lightweight gun. It really is. And this one here shoots 45 ACP. They also manufacture it in 40 S&W and 9mm Pelibem. So, it's versatile. To replace the barrel for a different caliber, you just draw out one roll pin and then pull that old barrel out and put a new one in. Of course, this one being a semi-auto carbine, it has a 16-inch barrel. To me, and a few of my friends, even though it's extended, yes it is, what can you do? It doesn't seem egregious. Not like, honestly, even though the MP5 has been extended more, HK 94, all those, it seems a little better because it's 45 maybe. But if you want an SBR one, just drive out one roll pin, put in a legal barrel, short barrel, there you go. If you want to convert one from 45, a USC to 40 or 45, hkparts.net, ran by Adam, very great guy, very professional, and a lot of good products. You can do it. Of course, in it right now is the high cap mag, like I told you about, that was converted. This is a standard HK UMP 45 magazine. It holds 25 cartridges. The 40 cal versions and the 9mm versions hold 30. Obviously 45 is a little bigger. It has the ambidextrous mag release, being a paddle style. Also ambidextrous safety. Again, this is not a firearm I expected a whole lot out of, so maybe because of that, I'm very happy with it. It wasn't something I was looking to buy, but now that I have it, I kind of want to keep it. Even though certain persons think that it recoils heavily and is a piece of, junk, it's reliable, but I kind of like the hammering it gives my shoulder. The reason it's so heavy on the recoil is you have a massive bolt carrier, or bolt, I should say, bouncing back and forth. If you can hear, that's it. There's a lot of going back and forth because the only steel parts in this gun, aside from the small parts, are the barrel and the bolt. Everything else is a high impact polymer. Anyway, again, I was very happy with how the conversion happened. From a novice as myself, it was shockingly easy and very satisfying. So, kudos to HK for making a gun that was not so far off from the original military police gun. And I'm just very pleased. Again, this is a black USC. This actually was a 2013 import, and thank you from the gentleman who traded this to me. I'm very pleased with it. Well, that's it for today, or this evening, and have a good evening.